What's up, guys? My name's Travis. I'm here with
the one and only Tucker.
And we're on episode 7, podcast Too Troubled, the show, the greatest show on earth. Big milestones today, 100K TikTok view.
Yeah.
Big milestones. We have 2 videos coming to you on Monday and Wednesday next week. YouTube style videos. Stay ready for that. You know, our first video where we're going to get out of the studio and we're going to go have some fun. And I think you'll like it. So stay tuned. Put the post noties on. And as always, subscribe. And without further ado, let the show begin, baby.
Yeah, we got another exciting one. You know, we're going to wrap up the NBA games that have taken place. Some things we like, some things we don't. And then Travis actually doesn't know about this, but I have a little something special planned for you today, actually. I think you'll like it.
All right.
So I got my own little segment that you have no idea about.
This is not good.
You know, trust me, you'll like it. And then we're going to going mobile. Come on. Everyone's. I don't even need to say it anymore. I mean, this is just everyone's favorite segment each week. Come on.
Come on now. We go mobile. We ask the public their questions. And they, you know, could either be made a mockery of or, you know, they can look smart. And we will not put that in.
And then, as always, Trav is coming to you guys with this Better Betting segment.
Stay tuned. We had a good week last week. We're going to ride. We're going to keep riding, baby.
And then we'll wrap it up with, as always, hot takes.
Let's do it.
All right. So, yeah, we got very interesting series to start off.
Yeah, we got the Celtics and Heat. I mean, as we've all been accustomed to, you know, the Heat were on a roll like they have been the last 2 series, and they were like that. And all of a sudden, the brakes hit. Celtics are storming back, which I'm hoping that the Celtics can come back, you know, because you did whoop my butt, to lack of better terms, the last series. You know, you 4-0 to my 1-3. But currently I'm 1-0 on you right now, and I'm hoping to make it 2-0. So
yeah, you could. You're going to need it. You're going to need all the help.
I'm going to need all the help I can get, because I don't know the count, but it's pretty close, because I think I got round 1 against you, and you just absolutely blew me out of the water in round 2. So I don't know about the numbers, but you might be ahead by a game or two. That I definitely need this one.
Yeah, no, you definitely do. I mean, as everyone has seen, if you've been keeping up with the series, Heat take a commanding 3-0 lead.
Oh, yeah.
It was looking like the Celtics were dead in the water. They had nothing left in them after that game 3. Just looked horrible. But they've been on a little bit of a tear the past couple games.
Is manageable now. You're in a manageable 100%. Situation. You have the chance, if you could win Game 6 on the road, to make history.
Yeah.
Be the first team ever to come back 3-0. And you got the guys to do it. Like, your team's deep. You got Marcus Smart. You got Jaylen Brown. Derek White, out of nowhere, had 24, I think, in game 5. So magical performance from him. I mean, normally he's not a guy that's going to give you 20, but he has done it multiple times this postseason, and he tacks another one onto that. And Jason Tatum, who, I mean, has had, like, as sad as this is to say, I mean, I think he only had 19 or 20 points in Game 5, and honestly, that was one of his better games of the series.
Yeah, I mean, you brought up a good point with the Derek White point there, because that has been kind of been a theme of the series, because you've been seeing guys from the Miami Heat team that have gone undrafted. This Heat team has, and the GM and their front office has done a wonderful job of finding talent that is that isn't found in the draft.
100%.
I mean, you had Gabe Vincent dropping 29. Caleb Martin had 18. I mean, these guys. Caleb Martin's coming off the bench. Duncan Robinson's coming off the bench with 22. Yeah. It's like, how can you stop all these guys coming off the bench to drop 20 points? Like, it's ridiculous.
No, that's where the Heat are, like, they get you. They're deep. They play very good team basketball, and I think this was the first game where it was like, okay, Boston's role players stepped up more than the Heat did, and that's the first time I've seen that all series, where Marcus Smart, Derek White, Al Horford had a game. Like all these guys played well. I mean, there was not really anybody that I can remember on the Celtics that had a 30 to 40 point game in Game 5. It was an all around team effort, and finally, honestly, I just think it was crazy, because they have not done that all game, and all season perhaps, because I think basically the Celtics go as far as Jason Tatum will take them. And this is like one of the games throughout this playoffs where it's like, okay, Jason Tatum didn't have that great of a game, but the Celtics still had a commanding lead in one.
Yeah, I mean, it's very interesting. Like Tatum in Game 3, Tatum had 14 points and he led his team with 14 points. So that you're not going to win games if you're the star player. Luckily, he did turn it around Game 4, 33 points. But really, I mean, your guy, like if you're the top guy in the league, you have to be scoring at least at the bare minimum 20 points each playoff game to help put your team in position to win games.
Yeah. No, and I honestly just don't. There's a common theme I think we've seen throughout this playoffs is don't mock superstars. Dylan Brooks, what happened? Bye-bye.
Yeah.
You know, and we're seeing it again. You know, you're mocking like Al Horford. What happened? He did the timeout celebration. What happened? He'd come back and win. And now you got like I think that is the reason why teams are losing is because you're doing that to these guys and you're giving them extra motivation. Like Jimmy Butler does not need extra motivation to do what he's been doing. Yeah. You know, and I don't know when these guys are going to learn that just like stop mocking these guys. Like I can't remember a time where LeBron, you know, mocked another dude, you know, because he doesn't want to give that team extra motivation when some of these role players like Al Horford, dude, you're 40, you're not. What
Stay
are you doing?
in your lane.
Exactly. Especially, like, I get that was game 1, but, like, that would not go well for you. And funny, he hasn't done it since.
Yeah, no, I agree completely. And Jimmy actually said in the post-game presser of Game 5, he said, and I quote, "We are going to win the next game." So the Heat get to go back home, play Game 6 at home, and if they don't win this game, there's going to be a lot of very worried, nervous Heat fans.
Yeah, I mean, I don't care if they're Heat fans or all. I think if you're up 3-0 and you lose 3 straight, you're worried no matter what because that momentum meter was one way and it is swung completely. Yeah, completely the other way. But it does worry me that the Celtics really. I mean, it was nice that they had a full team performance, but like no one really stepped up, and not like anyone blew you out of the water. So is that more on the Celtics had a good game, or is that more on the Heat just were off tonight?
I think you could maybe put it a little bit on both sides of that story there.
Yeah,
chalk it up to both sides.
I mean, I'm interested to see what happens. I do think the Heat will end up getting the win and close out the series. 3-0, it's never happened, and that is for a reason. It's super, super hard. And I don't think if I had to look at all the teams in history that this was the team that was going to do it. So, that's why I'm like, okay, I think Miami's going to win, but I would like Boston to win so I can, again, get 2 wins on my side.
And I mean, we shouldn't even really be talking about this series because it doesn't really matter what happens.
Is that the case?
Because whatever team makes it to the NBA Finals out of the East they're gonna meet a very good team there, the Denver Nuggets, who swept the Los Angeles Lakers. Not a gentleman's sweep. They went 4-0 over the Lakers.
Yeah.
Talk to me. What are your thoughts on that series, Trev?
They're good. Their team's deep. You know, they got six or 7 guys that I think that you can just plug and play. After you drop off from 7, you kind of get into a little rough area where you're like, I don't know about like 8, 9, 10, but like 7 players is really all you need for the playoffs. So like I think they're good on that end. Jokic is continuing to prove why he's one of the best players, if not the best player in the league. And Jamal Murray, like, he is the most spotty player I know, but if he is on, he is one of the best players in the league. Like, that man can drop 30. Like, really, it's like he drops 40 or he drops 10. Like, there's no in between. So if he comes out and like he has had in I think the last game or one of these games, he had 30 points in the first half. It's like expected. So
yeah, I know exactly what game you're talking about. It was Game 3, where he had 30 points to the rest of his team's 28 in the first half.
That's wild. That's wild. But other than that, I think if Jokic and Murray, and most of the time when one's doing bad, the other picks it up. But if they don't, then I feel like you can get a little rough. Where I feel like Aaron Gordon and Michael Porter Jr. and Bruce Brown, and those guys can score the basketball.
Yeah.
And of course. But I think it's easy to score the basketball when Jokic is getting triple teamed in the paint, when Jamal Murray is getting a second defender brought over to him. So my only fear with Denver is like if Jokic and Murray are not on, I don't confidently trust Aaron Gordon to go one-on-one and get you 30. So that's my only worry. But I do trust Aaron Gordon when Jokic is on to, beat the double team, do a cut, because obviously Jokic is the best passing big man we've seen in a long time. So that's really what I think about Denver. I think they're beatable. We've seen that throughout the playoffs. We've seen that the T-Wolves, the 8th seed in the West, beat them. Phoenix got 2 games on them. So they are beatable. I guess I would surprise that the Lakers weren't able to get one, but it's going to be tough.
No, I agree. I mean, I think a lot of people, including myself, actually kind of looked over the Nuggets this year because they didn't do anything in last year's playoffs. And
yeah.
I think a big factor, and we're seeing that as these playoffs unfold, is because Jamal Murray didn't play in the playoffs last year. He was hurt.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you're seeing a completely new, fresh Denver team this year. And I'm blown away. I mean, I cannot think of a deficiency that this team has. They're so well-rounded. You have Jokic, who can give you 30 in any given half. Same with Jamal Murray, as you've seen. And when you have 2 guys on your team that are capable of doing that, along with solid role players, I think if you take MPJ or Aaron Gordon and put them on some of these other bottom tier franchises in the league right now, they might be the best player on some of those teams. Yeah. So it's like they are so deep. I mean, Bruce Brown came out of nowhere. I didn't even know who he was until this Lakers Nuggets matchup. So I'm blown away. I really don't see a way that the Celtics or the Heat would find a way to beat them in the playoffs.
Yeah. I mean,
they're in the finals.
Yeah, they're deep. Bruce Brown was a good player for Brooklyn a year or 2 ago, but I really think that if Miami is Denver's, they match up best against Denver. I think Miami has the best chance. I don't trust Al Horford to guard Jokic.
No.
But Al Horford did play very well against Embiid, so maybe that's good. But I just think as you've seen, the Celtics are too spotty. But Miami, Bam Adebayo is a very good defensive threat. Jimmy Butler in the playoffs might be one of the best defensive players in the league. You put him on Murray, you put him on Bam on Jokic, and obviously you're not going to stop Jokic, but I think you might have a chance to win, especially when there's times where Jokic looks to pass too much. He doesn't look to score. If you watch some of those games, a lot of Jokic's points came off of boards and put the ball back up, boards and put the ball back up. So if Jokic is not in that scorer's mentality and Murray's not on, Miami is definitely capable of beating him, especially with the fucking way Jimmy Butler has played. So
I mean, I'll never say never.
Yeah.
But the way it's looking, that Nuggets team is...
They're deep, and they're going to be tough to beat,
They swept the Lakers, easily. But another big story about this series came out that LeBron had a torn ligament in his foot in the past 2 months. So LeBron was playing injured. Obviously, you're in the playoffs. You're going to play through as he did. But another thing about LeBron, I think I'm pretty sure you saw it as well, and as a lot of people in the world saw. There was a very cryptic hidden message almost in his post-game interview after Game 4. Yeah. Kind of seems like he was starting to contemplate whether or not he can play basketball anymore, which is scary. It's sad.
I think, and I know this is not a LeBron thing to do, but honestly, load management for that age, and I hate that as a fan, but he might have to look into that. But what I heard from his press conference, I say no shot. For 2 reasons. One, he's still a top 10 player in this league. You're not going to... I have never seen a superstar of his caliber in basketball step down when you're at the top of your game.
Right.
Kobe, obviously, he dealt with a lot of injuries, and he was not what he was. Obviously, yeah, he had 60, but he shot 55 shots. You're going to get points when you're putting up 50 shots. Magic when he played for the Wizards, like he was not, or Michael Jordan when he played for the Wizards, like he was not what he was. So I say no shot. And my second reason is his dream has been to play with his son.
Yeah.
And you're 1 year away and you're just going to give up? Like, no shot. Especially he lined his contract perfectly where he could pick up his player option this year, continue to play for the Lakers, or choose a new team. But I'm assuming he's going to continue with LA, pick up his player option, meaning his contract expires next year, which means he can choose where he wants to play, which will probably be where Bronny gets drafted.
100%. I actually very much agree with all your points there. I know that it was he kind of alluded to a certain message. LeBron alluded to a certain message in his post-game presser, but I see no way in hell that he's retiring after this season. I mean, obviously, tough defeat. Losing, and kind of embarrassingly, lose both games at home. You know, the game gets wrapped up in LA. So obviously a little embarrassing for the Lakers, but you got to shrug it off and come 100%. Back strong next year. And I don't see a world where LeBron is retiring.
Yeah, I mean, they just need to retain their talent. Austin Reeves is a free agent, so you just retain your talent. But overall, like, I don't care who you are if you're LeBron and you've been there and done that. And LeBron, who's lost many playoff games and won many playoff games, like, you lose a series, especially when you go to that deep to the Western Conference Finals. Emotions are going to be high. Like, you might not say things you believe just because you're 20 games away from being eliminated, 20 minutes away from being eliminated. Like, obviously, you're going to be, like, fucking pissed. So take those with a grain of salt. I mean, obviously, all those after, elimination press conferences emotions are high. And you might not want to believe exactly what they say.
Yeah. Well, I want to move on to my little special little segment I have for you this week.
All right. I'm not really good with surprises on the pod. You're making me nervous.
Well, if you guys have been watching recently, the past few episodes, Travis has had a habit of coming out with a new hockey NHL champion every single series.
I knew this was going to get brought up.
And every single series, he fails to pick the correct team. You have yet to pick a team to make it out of the current round of the playoffs that you've chosen them in.
Yeah, it's Boston lost. Honestly, just replay the clips. Honestly.
Because I'm starting to feel bad for you. I mean, you even left it up to randomization last podcast and picked a name out of the hat. Dude. And they got smoked. Yeah.
It was not like a week ago I pick them and they don't win a game.
Yeah.
Like, it was, I pick Boston in the middle of the series, they're up 3-1.
And they
didn't win a game.
Yeah.
Every team I have picked has yet to win a game in the postseason, except for Edmonton. They got one game. So
hey, there's something.
Once I pick them, I am 1-10 in the games preceding.
Not a good record there, man.
1-10.
Not a good record. So I'm going to try to help you out because, as we know, last podcast I chose the Golden Knights, the Vegas Golden Knights, to win the NHL.
You're looking good.
Stanley Cup.
I mean, they're
finals.
pretty much going to win.
They're up 3-1 right now. Obviously, as we've seen with this Boston series, you can't count your ducks in a row before I don't know the saying, but something like that. But you can't be too comfortable. So, but I think the Golden Knights will do it. But Travis, under my laptop here, I have two envelopes here, and in one of these envelopes, I have the team that I have chosen, the Vegas Golden Knights, because that's who I know is going to be in the Stanley Cup Finals. And in the other envelope, I have the Panthers, the Florida Panthers.
Okay.
So I'm going to leave this up to you.
I'm just
going to sit here. I'm not even going to look at you. You pick what you feel is right.
I think I'm going to go number 1.
All right.
It was Mother's Day recently. I feel like to all the moms out there, I should choose the pink one.
We don't need that anymore. Get rid of that.
Am I doing this like draft style? Is this why it's an envelope?
It is. Open her up and see. This is your finals winner. And wait, before you do so, this is deciding whether you're going to be rooting with me for the Golden Knights or if you're going to be rooting against me. So let's see.
We'll see. Honestly, I like Vegas Golden Knights. It's close to home.
Mm-hmm.
I live in LA, so.
it, Travis. Oh, God. Oh, yeah.
All right, well, let's get into it. Your world champions for your 2023 NHL season is the Florida Panthers, picked by your very own. Like I said, if I do not get an NHL pick right, I was going to do a giveaway. You kind of screwed me now because one of my hot takes was picking a team, and it was the Vegas Knights. But now I have to think of a new hot take.
That sucks to be you, man. And now, I love this because now I am confident that the Vegas Knights will be winning the Stanley Cup because Travis has once again picked the team that I have not picked. And so now it's set in stone. I've never been more confident in a pick in my life. I might just I'm bringing her back. Once again, we're taking out a loan. We're throwing all the money on the Vegas Golden Knights to win the Stanley Cup because we got it here first. We know for a fact now. He can hold that up all he wants. This is the Stanley Cup loser right there.
Ride with me. It has been a tough and treacherous road. But this is where we fight, boys. We fight to the end. The Florida Panthers will break the curse. And I will live like a king. Because this pick means so much to me. So much to me, honestly. Getting a hockey pick right before the end of the season would shed a tear to my eye. And at the end of the day, Florida Panthers, let's ride.
So, Trav finally has his champion.
All right, I'm done with him shitting on my team. We're going to Going Mobile.
You guys know what time it is. We're back for episode 7 of Going Mobile. We're here at the beautiful University of Oregon. We're going to ask some sports questions, and we're going to ask some would you rather questions. So let's see how the students do. Come with me. All right, I think we got some people. Excuse me, guys. Can I ask you a quick question? All right, you guys all want to answer? Yeah. Oh, they got it?
Right there, yeah.
No, all you guys. Everyone come in here. This is a group thing. Come on. All right. Would you guys rather hit a Game 7 NBA Finals game winner?
I don't watch basketball.
Or, okay, so then maybe we have our answer. Or a baseball Grand Slam walk-off game winner?
Definitely the NBA.
Really? Even though you don't watch?
Well, baseball's like lame as fuck.
What about you?
Definitely NBA basketball.
Okay. Okay, what about you over here?
Grand Slam.
All right. Oh, you're the baseball guy.
No, I'm a basketball fan, but Grand Slam is way rarer.
Oh, my God. I don't know what's going on here today,
Grand
guys.
Slam for the win.
Yeah? All right. What about you guys over here?
NBA,
NBA? Okay.
baseball.
Yeah? And then why don't you come in here for 1 second? Come over here. Come over here. He's got the sick graphic tee.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, it was always basketball.
Okay. Okay. Well, you heard it here first, guys. Thank you. All right. I got a sports question. You guys, how are you guys with your sports?
I'm like an Olympian, so it's good.
Oh, what sport do you do in the Olympics?
Curling?
Okay. No way.
Wait.
Oh my gosh.
I
Okay.
know.
So then
That's a great
you're going to teach me something today then.
Probably.
Who is the best female curler of all time in history?
Me, obviously.
Right here.
Obviously.
We're with her right here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to
If
meet
you
you as
want
well.
an autograph, you have to pay
I-
for it.
Oh. Oh, can we just like exchange autographs? Because I'm actually the most famous TikToker of all time. So
I don't believe that. Sorry. No.
I think the audience would disagree with that.
Is this gonna go on a TikTok?
Maybe. You never know.
I think I need to sign a form.
All right, guys. A little would you rather. Non-sexual. Can we ask you a question? Sports question. It's a little would you rather, sports edition.
Okay.
Would you rather game winner, Game 7 NBA Finals, or score the game-winning goal in the FIFA World Cup?
I don't know. I don't have an answer. I'm not a sports guy. Sorry.
Maybe the FIFA World Cup.
Yeah?
I think
Why?
I just think it'd be cool.
What sport do you know the best?
Sorry, I don't know.
Any sports?
Can I say basketball?
You can say basketball. What team did Kobe Bryant play for?
I only know the Chinese about the team.
What team does Dwight Howard play for?
I don't know.
All right, I got someone over here. Excuse me, brother. Excuse me. You, sir. Yes, we got him. How are you doing today? Good. How are you? Can I ask you a sports question for $1?
Sure, what's up?
All right. Would you rather get laid out in football or on the hockey rink?
Oh, dude, football easy. Hockey's like, I don't know. I played football for like 3 years.
Yeah.
And I can take a hit. With hockey, though, like, those guys got something going on up here.
Yeah, but at least in hockey, though, you can scrap the person after you get hit by them, right? In football, you're getting tossed out of the game.
That is true.
All right, we got some parents here. We're gonna have to chase them down. We're going. Excuse me. Excuse me. You guys need help? You guys lost? Maybe. Maybe.
We need a toilet and water.
Oh, I could take you there.
Very basic things.
But you have to answer a sports question while doing it.
A sports? This is your
Yeah.
man,
This
right?
right here?
This is your man.
Well, obviously, I see you got the Vegas Knights hat on.
Yes, go VGK.
Florida Panthers coming up there. You think you can win?
Oh, without a doubt.
Really?
4-2.
That's your prediction.
4-2.
4-2?
Right here. MVP will be Marchessault.
Do you think it's wild that two sunny states that can't maintain ice throughout the year are in the Stanley Cup?
Climate change.
Oh, climate change.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, I agree with that
I
answer.
mean, what else could it be?
All right, I think we got some candidates up here. Let's go ask them. Excuse me, ladies. Can I ask you a quick sports question for $1? For $1. Yes?
Yeah.
All right. What gets more viewership, the NBA Finals or the FIFA World Cup?
FIFA World Cup.
FIFA for sure.
That's
For what?
yeah, but that's incorrect.
No way.
I swear.
Do you have the
For the
facts
stats.
for the
I-
stats?
It's up here. That's all I need. I promise you. You're just gonna have to trust me on this one, guys.
Okay.
That's
I
crazy.
feel like I don't trust you, but that's okay.
Yeah, I don't either, but
You sure you don't want to change your answer to the correct answer?
no.
No, I'm gonna stick with my correct
World-
answer.
Hey, yo, we mind if we ask you a question? What are you all dressed up for?
State. For
State?
track, yeah.
For track? Oh, so you're fast?
Yeah, I'm a little fast.
You want to race?
Actually?
Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're down?
To where? Yeah, to where? Just down this? Right here? The street.
Yeah, down this.
Shock me there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I do. If it was him, I could have taken him. He's. Yeah. Yeah, I could have taken him, right? Yeah.
Hell no.
Second place, I could have taken him easy.
Second place in the district.
I could
Second
second
place.
place, easy,
Second place too, bro.
easy. Let's see the second place. Come on. Oh yeah.
Yes, sir.
You know who was first?
Who?
Me.
You?
Yeah.
What? Like sitting on the couch? Like
Yeah.
that's crazy.
Yeah. We're playing a little Would You Rather Sports Edition. You down?
Would you rather sports edition? For sure.
All right. Would you rather hit the game-winning shot in the NBA Finals, Game 7, or score the game-winning goal FIFA World Cup?
I'm a basketball fan, so definitely gotta go with Game 7 in the finals.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Can you name the previous 3 quarterbacks of the Oregon Ducks football team?
Absolutely.
Absolutely
not.
No way.
You don't know who's our current quarterback?
Go next.
That's incorrect.
Oh, shit. Well,
I have no idea.
no idea.
No? Try one more.
I have literally no idea.
No idea.
It's Justin Herbert, guys.
Come on.
How'd you forget that?
It's not Justin Herbert.
Yeah, it is.
It's not.
What do you? Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
I promise you. You go look it up.
We have-
Okay, so tell me, who is in this year's NBA championship?
Oh my god, I stopped watching after the Lakers. Oh god. Wasn't Miami in for a second?
Okay. Okay, who else? What's your other team that you like?
All my teams are out. Well, wait, Warriors are still in? Maybe?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Yes.
Keep going. You're on a roll right now.
God, I stopped watching after the Lakers.
Who the Lakers lose to? Remind me again. I kind of forgot.
Warriors.
Yeah, they did lose to the Warriors. That's right. Yeah, it's unfortunate.
What is this?
Yeah, what sport do you know? I want to set you up for success.
sport do you know? I don't know, like maybe tennis.
All right, well, tennis? Okay. Where's the Australian Open played?
This is so embarrassing. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. Well, it's played in Australia, so. You mind if we ask you a sports question?
Sure.
You guys know your sports?
I know some sports.
What sports is that?
I mean, I play rugby here, but I also
Oh,
like
you
know
play
football and
rugby.
basketball.
All right,
Yeah.
all right. What are you feeling about Bobby Boucher being a first-round pick in fantasy football?
Wow. I mean, that's a lock. I mean,
You
he
think so?
gets after the quarterback every time, especially if the quarterback talks about his mama. Like,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a
it's
sack
over.
every time.
It's over
Yeah,
for
yeah.
him,
There
huh?
you go. You get those points. It's game.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. Bobby
And
Boucher,
that's a great pick.
first-round pick. Who do you got for your NFL champion?
Ooh, I have to go with the Mariners.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Seattle
for sure,
Mariners?
For sure.
Yeah, I know. They're locked in. They got a lot of young talent on the
Yeah,
team.
they do. Absolutely.
All right, well, thanks, man.
All right, yeah,
Thanks for the
of course.
interview.
Have a good
Thanks.
one.
Okay. Remind if we ask you a sports question? Oh, come on. Sports question. You down? You down? Sports questions.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can give it a go.
All right. What's your what sport? I want to set you up for success. So what sport do you do?
Soccer maybe? Yeah,
Soccer?
I'd go with soccer. Yeah.
All right.
soccer.
What team does Leo Messi play for?
Oh shit,
Argentina.
Argentina. Yeah.
What club team?
Oh, he used to play in the Paris fucking. Sorry, I'm not allowed to cuss.
You can cuss. I don't give a shit.
Oh my
Wait, I know,
God!
I know,
It's
I
the
know.
Paris team. It's am I on the right direction?
Man United. Just say
Man United. Man United.
There you go. There you go. There you go.
I get a prize?
Yeah, you want $1?
Fuck yeah, I'll get $1 for
Yeah.
fun.
Have a Slurpee. You guys can tear it up into
You guys
fours.
have-
You know, you gotta split the dollar.
Woo!
Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Excuse me? Can we ask you a question? Can we ask you a question? You're jamming out to music. What music do you listen to?
Jonas Brothers, Summer Baby.
Oh, okay.
You guys caught me like in my.
You know baseball? You want to answer a baseball question?
I vaguely know baseball.
All right. What team does Shohei Ohtani play for?
I've got no idea. I don't
Throw
know
a team
baseball
out
like
there.
that. I really don't know.
Just toss one. You got to have a team.
The
that comes to mind.
Rockies.
The Rockies
From
of Colorado.
Colorado.
Okay.
No, probably not.
That would be right.
You're lying.
I swear.
No way.
Yep.
No way.
I
I don't
swear.
believe you.
Why not?
Should I Google it?
Yeah. Google it.
Wait,
Google
who
it.
is it?
Shohei Ohtani. Let's see if you can spell
Yeah.
it. Nope. You. I want to see you try.
That's embarrassing.
That's embarrassing. All right,
Go
I'll
on.
do it for you. Show. I don't even know if I'm getting it right, honestly. See? Isn't that the Rockies? Oh wow, your Wi-Fi's really screwing me up.
Oh,
right
you
now.
liar.
What team? That's the Rockies, right? Or the Oakland A's?
Los Angeles? Wait, what?
Los Angeles. Oakland, I thought.
I don't think so. I've
No?
got no idea, but I gave it a shot.
You get it? Thank you so much. There's your dollar. There's your dollar. For you. Yeah, for your time. Thank you so much.
What's up, guys? We're back from Going Mobile. You know, we asked some Would You Rather questions.
Indeed,
and
we did.
we realized that Bobby Boucher might be a first-round fantasy pick.
I think so, easily.
Yeah, easily. Man. He's handing out water and he's smacking people who talk about his mama. So,
Do not want to talk about that boy's mama.
no, you
Not
don't.
at all.
Not at all. But let's
Well,
get
here.
right into it, honestly.
Yeah, tell me, what are your locks of the week this week? What do we got for better betting?
All right,
Talk to me.
boys. I had a great week last week. I hit every single one of my picks. Jason Tatum, you know, he scored. I said, don't talk about superstars like that. What did he do? He came out and scored. I said, take Miami Heat +9. Guess what? They won by 20. So, you're welcome. And we're moving. I said the Nuggets were going to win the series. Lock that in. Boom. Another one. So, I'm feeling like we're on this hot streak.
Yeah.
And I'm feeling like I got the picks to keep us going.
Yeah, you
So-
know what? I think we had some sort of deal last week where I was going to potentially take over better betting, but you actually had a phenomenal week of bets. So
I did.
I'm going to stay
did.
right here. I'm going to sit here, look pretty, and be quiet.
Yeah.
And you can talk
Cool.
about your picks for the week.
You know, my head was on the chopping block, and if any of you guys know me, I'm a clutch player, so I came out and I clutched up, won some money for the boys. So let's continue that.
Let's see.
Game 6 in Miami. I'm taking the Miami Heat money line. I'm going to do it. They have to win this game. I don't see them winning Game 7 in Boston with the momentum steaming if Boston were to win Game 6. So to me, that means there's only one game that they're going to have to win, and that's going to have to be this one.
Mm-hmm.
The flight was delayed 3 hours before the game.
The Heat?
The Heat.
The Heat's
Game
really?
5 before Boston, in Boston.
Yeah.
Game 5. Celtics Heat. Somehow, the Heat's plane was delayed. That might be a little, Boston's doing something. There's some shit that's going on.
Uh-huh.
That's weird how, the planes really never delay, and then all of a sudden, Miami's Heat, it gets delayed before they have to go to Boston. Interesting.
Yeah, a little sus.
Jimmy
suspect.
Butler fully convinced me he's one of the best players in the league, strictly in the playoffs. Strictly. Regular season Jimmy, I can do without. Playoff Jimmy, that is Michael Jordan 2.0. That is Michael Jordan's son.
I was going to bring that up, actually.
I've seen the conspiracy theories. I think it's true. Michael Jordan's son, Jimmy Butler, what he said in that postgame, laughing, he's not worried. Why? Because he knew that Boston did some colluding shit with the plane and, they can't warm up properly. And there probably was some other colluding shit going on that he had to sign a little NDA about. But I'm taking Miami Heat money line.
All right, I like it.
Next, I'm going to take the Nuggets as the NBA champion. I said earlier Miami is good, and they have the capability to stop the Nuggets. I don't think they have the capability to do it for 4 games. So I think it'll probably be Nuggets in 6 is my bet. So I don't know if you could bet the amount of games, but Nuggets in 6. If not, just take the series winner. This next game, Jason Tatum under 30.5 points. I don't understand why he has 130-point game the entire series. Only one. This last game, I don't even think he broke 20. And Vegas is getting him 30.5 on the point spread.
That seems like a hammer right there.
That seems like a hammer to me. Jason Tatum's played like shit. Boston's played like shit. And if Miami's going to beat them, as we've seen in the past, they're not only going to beat them, they're going to smack the shit out of Boston.
Yeah, and the Heat are home.
Every time Miami wins in the series, it's by 20. And I guarantee you it's going to happen again. Next. This might be an unpopular opinion.
Oh, no. Where are you going with this?
I love myself and I love my picks.
Uh-huh.
But I love making money more. I'm fading my ass. It has worked in the last 3. I think I'm going to go 4 for 4. God has some magical spell over me. I picked the Florida Panthers, as you said, so I'm going to throw this in my better betting. If you're at home, you've seen what's happened. Take the Vegas Knights. I just cursed the Florida Panthers out of a Stanley Cup. Take the Knights. Listen to me. When I'm pretty confident in myself. When I am going against myself, that's when all hell is broken loose. Take the Vegas Golden Knights. Or now, since I said that, I might have evened out the playing field. So maybe you just completely stay away from hockey altogether.
Just avoid it. Don't take it hockey advice from Travis, guys. None.
I think I evened out the playing field here, but I'm still going to take Vegas. The team that I was chosen for me was the Florida Panthers. Same with the Boston Bruins. Same with the Edmonton Oilers. Same with the Carolina Hurricane. And the Florida Panthers, if history repeats itself, they're going to lose. They're going to lose. And as sad as I'm going to say, I'm going to go 0 for 4. We're going to have to do some sort of giveaway. So I know you're going to be rooting for Vegas anyway because you want free shit. So mine as well. Hammer the Vegas money line. And that's all I got to say. That's unfortunate. That's the end of my better betting. I might go off and cry after the pod because I don't think that any other, if you go look at any other podcast on YouTube about sports, about hockey, you can't name one that's 4 for 4 or 0 for 4. I think being 0 for 4 is just as impressive as being 4 for 4, honestly. So,
I mean, statistically, they have the same odds, but
yeah. So it's
one's obviously losing and one's obviously winning.
Yeah, no, it sucks for me, but for you guys, wow, you just got Edmonton. Don't bet on Edmonton. So what's going to happen before it does because of me. Whether it's a win or lose for me, whether I'm happy or sad, which I've been sad most of the time.
Yeah. But, I mean, that just gives me that much more confidence that the Vegas Knights are going to win, as I was saying. It's easy, no? I agree. Take the Vegas Knights.
Yeah.
And you know what else I agree with? Your Nuggets pick, because that is what my first hot take is about.
Oh, let's hear it.
Got to spice you on here. Denver Nuggets And before I talk about the Nuggets, as we all know, I have been a big supporter of the Lakers through this playoff series.
You beat me to the punch, man. I was going to say something about that. I was like, whoa, start the train, man. He's hopping on.
Yeah, well, and it's been disappointing. I was very upset, watching the Lakers absolutely get smoked in this series. Mm-hmm. But that has shown me something. That has shown me how good of a team the Denver Nuggets are going to be and how good of a team they are. Because my hot take is the Nuggets will sweep whatever team makes out of the East. And I don't care what team it is. Could be the Celtics. Probably going to be the Heat. But it doesn't matter. Because the Nuggets, they are coming. And they are not losing a game in the finals.
Yeah, we'll have to see what happens. I think that it's going to go 6. I do think the Nuggets will win. But I'm glad that we're both, that makes me feel a little bit better about my Florida Panthers pick because, I don't want to jump on so late. They're in the Stanley Cup. Like, I truly only have a 50-50 chance. Now I'm like, oh, well, you're picking a new NBA team as well. So it makes me feel a little bit better about myself.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Trav. There you go.
And we're both hopping on a wagon, both hopping on the wagon very late.
Yeah. And not to mention with the Nuggets, they are going to have infinitely more rest than whatever team makes it out of the East.
Which could be a negative thing, though.
That is true.
In your groove. They obviously they lost a couple games earlier in the playoffs versus Phoenix versus Minnesota. And they were rolling versus the Lakers, and at that point, if you're rolling that much, you might just want to keep going.
Yeah, so I see your point there.
It might break up the momentum a little bit.
I got you.
But moving on to my hot take, sticking with basketball.
Yeah,
I said it in better betting, and I'm going to say it in hot takes. The Heat are winning by 20 in Game 6. When they beat the Celtics, they don't just beat them, they smack them. It looks like they're taking candy away from a baby. It truly does. Jason Tatum sucks. I don't know what he's been doing. He sucks. Not saying overall, obviously we know Jason Tatum's a great player, but this series he's been absolutely god-awful. And to the point where they're talking about Jaylen Brown's going to get traded, and they're not even eliminated yet. So I think more, obviously they want to win, and they want to, but we saw what happens when they get on their high horse. They're starting to pick up the momentum again. They're starting to, feel the energy. But when they have their energy, they get lazy. They get, loosey-goosey or whatever you want to call it. They start mocking the other team. They start feeling themselves. And what happens? They fucking get blown out. And that's what's going to happen.
I'm not going to disagree because you know what my pick for this series is? The Miami Heat. So I love it. I'm all for it.
Yeah, honestly. I understand that, but I said, it's a hot take, because if the Heat win, you're like, oh, maybe they win by a couple points. It is Game 6, elimination game. Like the Boston Celtics are going to put up a fight, but the energy's coming back. As we saw in Game 1, they're timeout. Then Jimmy mocks them. Now you're starting to pick up. You kind of beat the Heat around a little bit. The Heat is one of the most well-coached teams with Eric Spoelstra. They're not going to fold. You're going to have to come in every night and beat the living bricks off of them. And I don't think y'all had that good of a game in Game 5 where I was like, I think that you can come back. So, Heat by 20.
Yeah, well, I'll just get right into my next hot take. And I don't know if you're going to like this one or not because I don't even know who you're rooting for at this point.
I'm rooting for the Panthers, man. That was my team. I could root for a team and make money for the people. That's what it is.
I see. Okay.
I'm rooting for the Panthers, and I'm making money for the people while doing it.
Well, I like making money and being right, so my hot take is the Golden Knights are going to win Game 5 against the Dallas Stars, and then they're going to easily skate through the competition in the Florida Panthers. Easily. So you tell me, you know what? I'm not even going to talk about it. That's my hot take. I want to hear your thoughts because I don't know who you're rooting for at this point.
Like I said, I'm rooting for the Panthers, but I have a job as the host of Better Betting, and that's to make people money. When I see that something is hit with a 100% success rate, I am going to let the people know about it.
Okay.
I personally will be withholding my $5, as you know. I will not be betting on it. But I'm making money for you guys. I want you guys to make money. I'm going to personally withhold because I'm rooting for the Panthers here. I don't want to flip-flop. I want to stick with my team. But I was just informing our audience, hey, ding, 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 guys. Look, this is hit 100% of the time. Might want to hop on the wagon.
Yeah.
One of my friends called me the other day, and he was like, are you picking a new hockey team? I was like, I don't know, man. I'm giving up at this point. And I didn't know that you were doing the segment for me. And he told me, if you pick it, I am going to fade your ass. So I'm letting everybody know that, that hope you guys fade me, as Joey Toth, one of my friends from back home, said he was going to. And I hope that I could prove you all wrong. But it has hit with 100% success rate, so I'm just letting you guys know. That's why I put it in Better Betting. Hey, this is hit with 100% of the time. But I guarantee you, if the Panthers are up next podcast, you might see me here in a Panthers shirt.
I'm going to hold you to
that. Or Florida Panthers, that is.
I'm going to hold you to that.
Yeah.
You're going to go to the store. You know what? I would like to make a deal with you right here, right now. If the Florida Panthers win the series, I will go stand at a busy intersection with I have to spend my own money on a Florida Panthers jersey and hold a sign that says the Florida Panthers are the best team in the world, best hockey team in the world. And if the Vegas Knights win, you do the same, but for the Vegas Knights. Not that bad of a punishment.
I am a gambling man.
You know what? You know what else we'll put on it? $5. Put her there again. I like it.
Yeah, I like that, honestly.
So stay tuned. You're going to see Travis in a a Vegas Knights jersey on some Eugene sidewalk somewhere.
Guys, I'm going to prove you wrong. 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 I'm proving everybody wrong. This is the time where it happens. When our backs are against the wall, everyone has lost faith in you. And you come back inspirationally and defy those odds. This is a David versus Goliath fight. And I'm going up against the big dog. Look at him on his high horse. Look at him. He's up here. Vegas Knights, this is the first hockey team I picked, and look at how they're doing. I went 4-0 in the NBA second round.
You can keep going. I like this part of this podcast.
You do?
Yeah, you could keep stroking my ego. I don't mind that.
I'll stroke your ego a little bit. Go back, watch the dart game. See how we did. Next.
Also, let's just ignore the New York Knicks altogether. I don't think they're an NBA
and the Knicks. But moving on to my next hot take. To a team that's going to lose a lot, like the Golden Knights.
They're up 3-1.
I'm talking about when they play the Panthers. Get ready to hold your sign. Okay. Get ready to hold your sign.
Okay.
The Texans will be the worst team in the NFL next year. That's my hot take. I was aimlessly walking to class, passing by the bar at Rennie's Landing, and I'm looking at the TV. They got ESPN on. And they said, the coach has not committed to a starting quarterback. He's going to let Davis Mills and C.J. Stroud fight out the starting quarterback role. And in my head immediately at that moment, I was like, shit franchises will always be shit franchises. They are going to be the worst team. You draft a quarterback second. Davis Mills basically was the worst quarterback last year. He brought you to almost the worst record. And you're going to be like, we're sticking with them. You're going to be the old guy and you're going to try to, we like quarterback. No, I'm not going to pick anybody. They got to show me in practice. No, dude. No.
Well, you know what? I don't actually mind that as much as you're making it seem to be, because
it's bullshit.
Well, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, football players and just athletes in general want to compete, right? I don't think if anything was promised for C.J. Stroud, he would work as hard. I think if you put C.J. Stroud in a quarterback battle with Davis Mills, I think that both of those quarterbacks will come out of it, regardless of who starts and who doesn't. I think both those quarterbacks will come out as better football players.
Yeah, no, I could see that. But Davis Mills had his shot, and he fucked it up. And that's not my problem. Arguably, as well, as much as it is that the coaching is flip-flopping on who they want to be the starting quarterback, their roster is just dog shit. That's also another thing. I was like, oh, they suck anyway. And now the coach is being indecisive about who he wants his quarterback to be. Like, you're going to be dog shit.
Hey, don't sleep on them. You heard what we were doing when the Seahawks were in a quarterback battle last year, and we saw how last year's season turned out. So I don't know.
Clip it.
I don't know.
Clip it. Tucker just compared his Seahawks to the fucking Texans. Clip that shit.
Hey, we
Clip that shit.
were projected to be the worst team record wise in the league. Literally bottom, like the third worst. That was what we were, and
This
we
team
finished and made the playoffs.
It's going to be the worst.
Hey, we'll see. We'll see. That's why it's in the hot take section, right?
Honestly, that's why it is. You never know. You never know who's going to be the worst. It's always a surprise.
That is.
Denver, the Rams. You never know who's going to be bad, but it's going to be Houston. So
Yeah. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. Me and Trav got into it a little bit today. We had, you know what? We agreed on a few things. We also had a few disagreements. But that's the beauty of this podcast, because we can agree and we can disagree. But at the end of the day, we come together and we talk about sports and we entertain you guys. So thank you for watching.
yeah. Cue the outro. One more thing before I cue the outro. This is for all you guys that doubt me. Cue the outro.